everyone. So good evening, guys, all of you. So are you audible? Okay. Right, guys. And yesterday we completed up to cross join and non-equi join we completed, and later the next join is one more join is there that is called as a natural join. So basically, guys, here natural join. Okay. So this natural join is similar to. Okay. It is a similar to. It is a similar to equi join. Okay, so similar to equi join. So equi or inner join, similar to equi or inner join. So guys, here this natural join, why it was called as it's a similar to equi or inner join means natural join is also retrieving, okay, retrieve data from multiple tables, from multiple tables. Okay, so based on an equal operator, an equal operator, an equal operator. Okay, but here whenever it was similar to equi and inner join. Okay, similar to equi and inner join. So now, what is the difference of your natural join when you're comparing to equi and inner join means? Okay, here difference is observed. Natural join basically we are using for, okay, to eliminate to eliminate columns. First thing, okay, to eliminating duplicate columns. Okay, and the next one is what now? Whatever the join condition was there, this join condition, okay, is not needed to write, okay, by explicitly, explicitly, okay, explicitly means what now? User defined. So explicitly join condition, no need to write here. We will write this join condition means, okay, by default, okay, your Oracle server is preparing, okay, server is preparing join condition, okay, preparing join condition based on an equal operator, based on an equal operator. So these are the points about your, okay, so natural join. So natural join, what you want to say, guys, here? So natural join, okay, so whenever you want to use natural join, same it was working like a equi and inner join only. Same it was working like a equi or inner join only, and it is also retrieving data from multiple tables based on equal operator. But difference is what now when compared to equi join or comparing to inner join? What is the difference here means? A natural join advantage is what now? So whatever the duplicate columns are repeated, that means a repetition of columns when it was there, repetition of columns when it was there here, those repetition of columns are we are going to be, okay, avoided or removed, okay, from your result. Okay, so that means a repetition of columns are nothing but what now? Duplicate columns. So duplicate columns are there in your result, those duplicates are we are avoiding. That is one advantage. And second one is what now? Natural join, whenever you want to use there is no need to write a user defined condition. So user no need to write any join condition, because of reason internally your Oracle server will take the responsibility, okay, to write your condition. And that Oracle also preparing your join condition based on an equal operator only. Okay, now, so these are the information about your natural join. So let you see. Okay, now you can observe. Select some student is a one table, and the second table is select star from course. These are two tables we have it here. Suppose on these two tables, when you write equi-join, how we are writing here, select a star from students, yes, comma, C, and equi-join we are using where class condition. S dot CID is equals to C dot CID. Okay. Sorry, students are right. Select from student, yes, comma, course C, where S dot CID is equals to C dot CID. So this is equi-join, guys. Already we know this, how this equi-join is working. Okay. Now? So 10, 10, 20, 20. So I'm using here equal operator condition. I'm using here equal operator condition. Okay. So based on this equal operator condition, whatever the matching data was there, all matchings are getting now. Okay. But the same thing when we want to write in your inner join. So there also we written. So, and we are passing what inner join key. Okay. We're passing here course C, and now on class where S dot CID is equals to C dot CID. So when I want to execute this one, it is also same kind of output is showing, guys, here, and by using equal operator means matching data it was getting now. Okay. So but here in this equi and inner, can you identify the duplicate column names? That means duplicate columns, whatever it was there, CID, and here also we have a CID. So the duplicate columns are repeated here. Okay, but the same thing when I'm using the difference, select the star from student, yes, and I'm passing here natural join and course C. That's it. So here, what I'm going to doing here, I'm not writing any join condition here. So in inner join, we return join condition. Okay, in equi-join also we return join condition. But in my natural join, I was not written any join condition because of reason that condition was written by internally Oracle. So Oracle will take the responsibility to continue or to return that join condition based on equal operator. Okay, so that is internally happened and executed, and data is written here. But whatever the data was written, guys, here can you see CID 1020 was there. So and CID only one time my column is repeated. Here what I join two times, and inner join equation both are retrieving duplicate column names. But when I use natural join, it was only one time it was showing your column. Okay, so multiple times are not repeated in this. Okay, so that is a natural advantage, and the condition also written by implicitly your Oracle server is written your condition based on which operator, again equal operator. That is the reason it was showing matching data 10 20, the 10 matching data now. So matching data only retrieving here. So matching data only retrieving means what it means here, it was to be working based on equal operator. Okay, so this is natural join advantage, guys. Okay, no? Right. And later, very important, guys, here, self join. So basically, self join is a completely different mechanism, guys. Okay, self join is completely different mechanism. So one by one point observe first of all. Joins, that means except a self join. So we discuss equi join, we discuss inner join, we discuss outer joins, we discuss cross join, we discuss non-equi join, we discuss natural join. So in these all joints, if you want to carefully identify, these all joints are working on multiple tables. So that means student table, we are comparing with the course table data, EMP table comparing with the DEPT table data, EMP table comparing with the SAL grade table data, items 1 table is comparing with the items 2 table. Okay, like a test 1 table we are comparing with the test 2 table. So that means these many tables we used in our joins examples. Okay, now but here carefully identify whatever the previously we done the joins here, that every join is going to be working on two tables. That means one table, a specific column data comparing with the another table of a specific column data. So student table, that means CID column values of student table we are comparing with the CID column of a course table. Like a EMP table, like a department number of EMP table comparing with the department number of a DEPT table. Like items 1 table comparing with items 2, with the test 2. So these are all are working on multiple tables, and the operations also multiple tables wise we did. But self join, how it was working means, self join is not working on multiple tables. First thing is self join is working on, okay, it was work on a single table data operations. Whenever you do some operations on a single table, whenever you want to do some join operation, whenever you want to do join operations on a single table, so there we can use a self join. So your self is nothing but what? Self is nothing but, can you tell me guys here, self is nothing but, are you depending on any other, otherwise are you depending on yourself? What does the mean by self? Yes, depending on myself. So that means your self is nothing but, don't depend on others. When you're depending on others, then it is not a self. When you're depending on you, then it is called as a self dependency we called. So self join is also what it was here. It was working on a single table data, a single table data by itself. It will comparing. So this is what we called as self. Previously, all joins are how it was working. Student table depends on course table. EMP table depends on DEPT table. EMP table depends on salary grade table. Items 1 depends on items 2 table. Test 1 depends on test 2 table. So that means one table depending on another table. So that is what previous joins. But self join is not like that. Self join, that means a table data is comparing with the itself. Okay, otherwise joining a table data by itself is called as a self join. So that's why the people also given the definition of self join, what it was given here. Joining a table means single table. Joining a table by itself is called as self join we called. Okay, and self join working on single table. So I think you understand this statement. But your question is, sir, how we can compare? Because comparing in between two objects is very easy. So that means I compared with the other person, it's very easy. Okay, now suppose you compare with your friend, it's very easy. But how we can comparing by ourselves? How I need to comparing with myself? So this is the self join telling us. So one table comparing with another table, it's already we done that kind of examples. But self mechanism, what it was telling us, okay, self mechanism, what it was telling us, a table is comparing by itself, and a table is a depending on by itself. So in this situation, how we want to compare by ourselves? Okay, suppose you guys are there. You just tell me, guys. Suppose you want to compare yourself on the spot. So where are you sitting here? Where are you there? From there itself, you want to compare by itself, by compare yourself. Is there any logic is comparing by myself? Any idea or any guessing? How are you comparing by yourself? Any guess? Hello, guys, are you audible? Are you audible, guys? Okay. So, what is your guessing here? How you want to compare means simple logic. I want to tell you. For example, if I want to compare by itself, suppose it's a one user. It's a one user. So this user want to compare by itself. Then what we want to do? We need to stand in front of a mirror. We need to stand. So suppose this is, if you say it is a mirror, okay, it is a mirror. Then if you stand in front of mirror, what it was happening, guys, here, the same image will be reflecting to us. So this image I called as physical image, and whatever the image is showing in the mirror, and this is called as virtual image we called. So when a physical body, when a physical structure, when you go and stand in front of mirror, what it was happen, guys, our structure will be reflected in the mirror. Okay, so whatever we see the structure in the mirror, that is called a virtual. Virtual means what now? There is no physical existence. There is no space occupation. Yes or no? So that is called a virtual objects we call. And physical object, this is physical. So now what happened guys here, this is physical image or physical structure are you comparing with the virtual. So a physical body, your physical body are you comparing with your virtual body. So this is called as a self comparison we called. This is called as a self comparison we called. Okay, no? The same to same, how we can say that when you stand in front of mirror, how it was reflected our virtual image, the same pattern here also. A single table, that means a table by itself, how it will be comparing a table by itself, how it will be comparing means here we should use a alias names. Okay, so that means what the point is, when we use a self join mechanism, okay, then we should then we should we should need, or we should require or need, we should need okay, to create what now here alias names is table. Okay, so here the point is alias names already we discussed in the early classes. I was explained to you column level and table level aliases. So here also a table want to compare by itself, how it was comparing means with the help of alias names. So when we created alias names here guys, what it was happening you can see. So when we alias names on a table internally Oracle server is creating virtual tables, virtual tables on virtual table on each alias, on each alias name. Okay, now so like this, okay, we can create any number of, we can create any number of alias names on a table, but each alias name should be different, be different. Okay, so this is the point guys, this is the point. Okay, if you observe now, so this point is very important. Okay, should be different. So for example, now what it mean here, suppose emp e1, emp e2, emp e3. So emp is my table and e1, e2, e3, these are my alias names. So whenever, see here, table is same table. Can you see emp, 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 table is same table. Okay, but on same table I was created three aliases I created. Then what it was happening means internally on the name of e1, on the name of e2, on the name of e3, so internally virtual tables are created. So one table is created, virtual copy, I can say simply virtual copy. So one virtual copy is created, and here also one virtual copy is created. Here also one virtual copy is created, and here also one virtual copy is created. Here also one virtual copy is created. So that means E1, but table is same table. On same table, my table is what now? EMP. On same table, there are three aliases created and one copy is prepared. So E2 is a one copy and E3 is one copy. So that means what it was happening, guys, whenever you want to create alias name on a table, internally your Oracle server is creating a virtual copy table. Okay, so it means simple logic here. For example, how this logic will be similar to or equals to how it is means. For example, is a user. So guys here observe when this user okay stand okay around this user around there are so many mirrors are there. This is one mirror, this is one more mirror, and this is one more mirror, and this is one more mirror. So what it was happen, guys, here, this is mirror number one, okay, and this is mirror number two, and this is mirror number three, this is mirror number four, this is mirror number four. So that means there are four mirrors are there. There are four mirrors. In these four mirrors, okay, so around this person is having four mirrors. Then what it was happening, guys, here when you stand, so around these mirrors, what happened? Your same image is reflected in mirror one. Same image is reflected in mirror two. Same image is so you're only one person when he was so only one person when he was stand in front of mirrors, then how many mirrors are there around him? Okay, around user or around him. In each mirror, your image will be reflected. So how this concept is we are understanding same to same here also. Same table on each of same table on same table when you created different aliases, okay, then what happened here? On each alias name, one virtual copy table is created. One virtual copy table is created. Okay, now, so this is the concept of aliases. But what I said, like this, we can create any number of alias names on a table, but each alias name should be different. So that means here E1, E2, E3, here different names I was taken. Suppose if I'm using here E2, then what happened, guys, here? Here E2 and here also E2, so both are same names, then alias name should not be same. If both are having the same name, if you given, then it is not allowed. Okay, so every alias name should be different, then only allowed. So this is the concept of self join. So that means finally the conclusion of self join is what now? When I want to use self mechanism or self join mechanism, we must and should require or we need alias names. So yeah, the point is without alias names, we cannot implement a self-join mechanism. Okay, that is the conclusion point here. So without alias name, we cannot implement self-join mechanism. Okay, so that is what we called as a self, guys. Okay, but here the point is, sir, where I want to use self-join. In real time, which kind of situation, which kind of situations I can use a self mechanism. Okay, now right. Here there are two cases are there. Case one, In case one, when I want to use means, okay, observe here, comparing a single comparing a single column values by itself itself within the table is a one situation. So self join, where, when, and which kind of situation I can use means, so when we comparing a single column values by itself within the same table, there we need to implement a self join mechanism. This is one case. The second case, case number 2, comparing two different columns values, two different columns values to each other, to each other within the same table. There also we can use a self join. Okay, no? So self join, there are two cases we can use. One is comparing a single column values by itself within the table. Second one is comparing two different columns values to each other within the same table. In these two situations, okay, whenever you want to do some join operation, then immediately that join is called as a self join. The join is called as a self join. Okay, so these are the two situations. So one second, guys, I will come back. Okay, right guys. So this is what now the two cases, okay, where the self join can be implemented here. Okay, na? So now observe. First, I will show you how this self join is working. Okay, on a single column comparison. Okay, I will show you one example. So that is case one. In case one, okay, in case one, so how this self join can be implemented here. Okay, right. So now here, guys, first of all, one example I will take you here. Write a query to display employee whose employee whose employee location is same as the employee Sai location. Employee Sai location. Okay. Now, so here a small example here. Write a query to display employee whose employee location is the same as the employee Sai location. Okay, na? Right. Let you come out here, guys. Table we are going to be designing here. So these are present my tables. Okay, fine. Now, I'm creating one sample table. So employee name varchar2 of some size and here location LOC. So varchar2 of some size. Later I'm inserting, guys. So insert into test sending values of name is Sai and working location is Hyderabad. In the same to same, name is Jones. The working location is Pune. And the same to same, the name is Miller. Working location is Hyderabad. The name is Ward and working location is, for example, Chennai. So these are few small table I was taken, guys, for test table. So here, this is a small table I was taken. In this table, we have a employee names and that employee working locations also we have it here. So from this table, what I need to find out here, I want to display employee, okay, who are or whose employee location is the same as the employee Sai location. So that means in my question, there is no location name. That means location name is not given by people. There is no location. It's just employee name only there. That employee name is called as a Sai. But there is no location name. No location name, then I can write a select a star from EMP. So select a star from test where location is equals to Hyderabad or Pune or Chennai, whatever we can write it. But in this question, there is no location name. Okay, now. So then what it was happen, how to get that information means, now here in this case, I need to use a self-join mechanism. I need to use a self-join mechanism. Okay, now. So now let me see, guys, here. Self-join, I'm writing select star from, careful observe. Test is my table, T1 is alias name, comma, test is my table, T2 is, so same table. I'm not using here multiple tables, I'm using only single table I'm using. The table name is called as what now? Test. So test T1, test T2. Okay, right. And after that, self-join condition. The self-join condition is what now? T1 dot LOC is equals to T2 dot LOC. So in this condition, what we are going to do, guys, here, T1, T2, these are just alias names of which table? Test table. This is your table. In this table, there is only one table I'm using here. In this table, LOC column, that means T1 alias table dot LOC is equals to T2 alias table dot LOC. That means within the same table, location column values are comparing by itself. Yes or no? So single column only I'm using here. A single column LOC comparing by itself within the same table. Okay. So now all of you getting my point now? All of you getting my point now? So this is satisfied here. Comparing a single column values by itself within the table. So this is satisfied here. Come on guys, this is satisfied here. Okay, right. So this is what. But up to here, I just executed what it was happening guys here. See, same table comparing by itself. Okay, same table comparing by itself. Comparing by itself. See, same table comparing by itself. But in this comparison, so Hyderabad, Pune, Hyderabad, Chennai, okay, all are coming out. But my question is what now? My requirement is what now? I want to display employee whose employee location is the same as the employee Sai location people I wanted. Only Sai location employee details I want to display. So, but here what happened guys here? All location people are coming out. That means Hyderabad location came out, Pune location came out, and Chennai location also came out. But I don't want it all. I want it only Sai location. So then what it was happen guys here, up to here, I was taking here condition and some additional condition I'm using, and T1 dot ename is equals to what now? Sai, if I'm giving now. When I'm giving what it was happen, okay. So ename Sai Hyderabad, and ename Sai Miller, Sai Hyderabad. So here, but in this what happened? Again, what happened here? A table by itself, it will be joining. So here also same thing. But here what happened here? I'm using star now. So that's why it is total. This is T1 alias table, and star means all. This is T2 alias table. Okay now. But in this case, what it was happened guys here, duplicate data is repeated. Duplicate data is repeated. So this duplicate data I need to avoid. Then I will get an accurate result. So this duplicate, whatever it was showing here, this part is which one here? Test one part, and this part is which one here? Test two part. Okay now. So now what we want to do, I need to display only test two part. That means T2 dot ename comma T2 dot LOC, okay, from test T1 comma test T2, okay, test T2, where T1 dot LOC is equals to T2 dot LOC, and T1 dot ename is equals to Sai. Then I executed. So finally, that accurate result you got it. Okay now. So finally, whatever I'm asking here to display Sai location, so that we got it. So Sai location is what? Hyderabad. So Sai location is what now? Hyderabad. And in the same location, Miller also there. So Sai and Miller both are working same location. So finally, you are by using of a self-join mechanism, okay, we taken our result. And in this self-join mechanism, what it was happen guys here, a single column, that means a column by itself, it was comparing. A column by itself, it was comparing. Okay, now. So finally, we achieved our requirement. But the question is, so many people are confused here. So many people are having doubt. So many people cannot understand. So this kind of situation was there. Yes or no? All of you understand, or else having some doubt or not understanding here. All of you clear how it was working this query? Okay, right. So this is okay. Yeah, of course, somebody understanding and somebody was having some little bit confusion. So confusion is there compulsory. So now we will see. So I will explain your complete the query, whatever we written, step by step we written. See, this is first step when you executed this one. So this is complete, your output was came. So I want it only Sai location. Again, we little bit modify our question. So little bit modify our query. So we added some additional conditions Sai. At this moment, some output was came. But again, we needed some accurate output purpose. Again, we are using some more type we are writing here. And finally, we achieved our accurate result. Okay, but how this query internally working? So this is very confused, sir, no? So many people are having confusing in this, but almost everyone saying clear, clear, clear. So some people are understanding, but some people are getting some little bit confusion here. So that's why what I'm going to do, this each and every step by step, I will explain to you how it was working. Okay, how it was working. Okay, now so that explanation, it will take much time guys. Okay, that explanation will take much time, so I will start tomorrow. So tomorrow I will give complete explanation on this query. Okay, now so tomorrow again I will diagrammatically I will explain to you. Okay, now right guys, thank you guys. So Sriyash, actually the videos are not in my hand. That is completely management responsibility. Okay, Sriyash, so that is not we are not authorized. So you try to understand my point here and go for ask your Mr. Srikant sir number is there now. So same thing you have to tell to Mr. Srikant and he will give some response to you. Okay, Sriyash, are you? Yes. So videos are not, we don't have any authorized permissions. Completely, that is a management people will take care about it. Okay. If it is my responsibility, definitely I will give it. So nothing problem to me, but that is not our responsibility. That is completely management. So please once contact to Srikant sir. Okay, na? Right. Subham, notes complete topic is over. Then my people are keeping the notes. Half of the notes, if they keep now, you cannot understand. Okay, na? So that's why complete notes they're keeping after topic is over. That entire topic notes they will be sent to you. So that will be good for you if you're keeping as a notes. and half of the notes, half of the notes, half of the notes. If you're sending now, so many students are confused here. So that's why you will get it after topic is completed. You will get it immediately, that notes. Okay, right.